Hello and welcome to Business Brew. We've made the tea, we've put our mobile phones on silent, and we're taking 5 minutes out in a busy day to talk about business. Today, I'm with Paul Lansbury from the Pocket FD, and we're here talking about the importance of having a business plan. So Paul, everyone tells you you should have a business plan, but the big question is, why?
Well, if you look at anyone who's achieved anything in life, whether that's a successful athlete or businessman, they've always had a plan. I mean, winners are planners. It's a proven fact.
Sounds like me the day before I go on holiday.
I can believe that, actually. I bet before you start, you come up with a list of everything you need to do, then prioritise and work through it in a very structured way till you get everything done. Is that about right?
Exactly. It's not that I'm working harder, but I am working smarter.
So if that's what happens when you have a plan, what happens when you don't have a plan?
Well, you will make progress, but it'll take you a lot longer. It's like using a sat-nav and not putting in the course that you want to take. You will get to your destination, but it'll take longer.
Makes sense.
Do you have a tried and tested method that you use when you're planning?
Well, I do actually. And the first thing to do is to have an overall goal or objective and then break that down into the individual activities that you need to do in order to achieve that.
Sort of chunking it down to make it more manageable, stop it being overwhelming?
Exactly, to make it more manageable, and also so you can then assign those tasks to members of the team to make sure that everything gets covered.
Very good.
So you've prepared many business plans. If you think about those specifically, what kind of sections would you always recommend that are included in such a plan?
I tend to start with something about the vision or purpose of a company. And then you want to look at the market, the size of the market, the competition that's out there, and who your customers are going to be. Then you want to think about how you're going to market to them, and indeed what business operations you're going to put in place to deliver your products and services. You'll also want something on the financials, of course.
Well, of course.
And the team's really important too. You want to show that you've thought about the people you need around you to deliver your business.
And I guess once you've got that plan, you can then share that with every member of the team to make sure they're all pulling in the same direction.
Exactly. There's one word of caution though, Paul. You may have a plan, but it doesn't mean everything will go to plan.
Are you trying to give me sleepless nights?
No, not at all. What I mean is the goal is fixed, but you've got to be flexible with your plan and adapt as unforeseen circumstances come up. They inevitably will.
So I guess it's a bit like an aeroplane going into a patch of turbulence. It might well change its speed, altitude, or even course, but ultimately it's still heading for the same destination.
Yeah, that's right. And that's why you need decent management reporting to make sure you're still on track.
Absolutely. And when we talk about management reporting, obviously that's my speciality. And we're not just talking about knowing what your sales or your profit is. We're talking about understanding the key drivers behind that business performance, because that's the most important thing in order to make sure that you reach a goal.
I guess to anyone who's watching this and hearing all this for the first time, this might be a little bit overwhelming. Where do you think people should start?
Well, obviously there's lots of information out there on the internet and in books, but there's no substitute for speaking to someone who's actually been there and done that. Obviously both you and I, Hatty, have got a lot of experience at doing that and really turning people's dreams into focused, goal-driven plans.
Thanks, Paul. So if you want help in developing your business plan, pick up the phone and give me a call. Alternatively, you can go to my website where you'll find more information on writing a business plan on my blog.